Hello everybody. Well, my last video ended quite abruptly, you might say. So, this is the second part to it, where I'm going to be playing in the, last time I got my, Kakiri sword, my Deku shield, and I was a Walrus. So this time, I'm gonna be going back to the Deku Tree where I started off, but I didn't continue on from there. So yeah. It's time to continue on from inside the Deku Tree. And this is a really good level. Oh crap, I just left by accident. This is a really good level, and it's pretty good at a certain point, because the only one of the three beginner dungeons, as I might call them, they're the only one I didn't like is inside Jobble's belly. That one was terrible. You had all that electric things. The whole room kept moving. It's awful. I hate that. I hate that map. Very annoying. Very boring. So yeah, but this one's pretty good. I like this one. I accidentally kind of redid the video. Not redid the video. The clips repeated themselves. Like in Pokemon, it's no problem. Actually, speaking of Pokemon, I'm gonna cut Pokemon off for a little bit because I got bored with it. But in these videos, I have to put everything together. Like, I have to record piece by piece, and I have to place it all in one convenient little mosh pit. But that's not the case in Pokemon. In Pokemon, that emulator already has a recording option, so I basically just use that recording option and record everything I have in AVI. But that'll be it for that point. Sorry, that banging was my sister at the door. And alright, so this giant clump of weed is telling me like useless stuff. Why can't they just say something useful? Only two of them tell you something useful. I don't even know what these things are called. It said something business. It was like business. I don't know. But anyway, the slingshot is the only, it's one of the best things that happens in this dungeon. My favorite weapon though is the boomerang, because you don't it's ranged from a distance, and you don't waste any seeds or anything like that. And it comes right back at you, plus it looks cool. Unfortunately, you have to go through Jobble's belly to get it, but still, it's pretty cool. And Slingshot is good too. If you ask me what the best dungeon was, I'd probably say either, oh, that's a tough one, because I can't decide between Dodongo's Cavern and inside the Deku Tree, because they're both really good maps. This is a forest one, and you probably know that if you're a Zelda fan. Anyway, but I'd probably have to say Dodongo's Cavern, because it's got it's a little wider, it's more expanded, it's got more clues and more riddles and stuff. Did I just say more clues and more riddles? Sorry, I just meant more riddles. And that giant Skulltula just propelled me by attacking me. And we have another rupee. And this was a fail, because I killed the Skulltula, but then the whole thing wouldn't break. You actually have to jump down a certain pad or whatever. You actually have to jump from a certain point. And then finally, after like a year of trying, not a year, I'm obviously using sarcasm, I got down here. Alright, then I got a bit confused, because I accidentally, because I always thought that the floor was supposed to be wider, but it wasn't. That was a very good samurai attack, you cannot lie. That was a ninja. Jumped up into the air and killed the Skulltula midair. I used to call them Skulltulas, because, like tarantulas, so. Then everybody kept saying Skulltulas, so I was like, okay. You have to kill like 1,000,000 of them just so you can get an item pouch. That's what I've been hearing, that you get the item pouch from that cursed guy. Did I even open that chest? Did I? Yeah, I think I did. Alright. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. And it's funny because when you come back in, he does it again. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 231. Okay. Then you have to shoot that eye. Giant eye. Go to sleep. There we go. Then you have to dive and press this button. Just so this gives me nostalgia because it brings back the days where I was a kid and I used to, well, I'm still a kid, but I used to play Rayman, and there was something exactly like this where there was a giant barbed stick, and you had to go under the stick by like swimming through water or something. Yeah, exactly like that, like a giant log with spikes on it, and it was cool. Rayman was a really good game. If I get my hands on a PlayStation 2 emulator, I'll definitely make a Rayman commentary because that game is amazing. Rayman 2 was the second game I've ever played in my life. The first one being Mario, like the real old Mario. I mean, like Super Mario Bros. Not like Super Mario 64 or something, but I mean like the super pixelated stuff. And the second one I ever played in my life was Rayman, and the third I've played in my life was Sly for PlayStation 2. Because I was just cruising around looking for a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was the first console that I've ever had, and I've played that a lot. Like I played the classics like Ratchet, Jack, and Rayman, and Sly. Sly's a great game. So yeah, PlayStation 2 games were good. I don't really know that much about PlayStation 3, but PlayStation 2 was boss. It was boss. Good times. There were like later games though, like Sly was still something like Zelda at the time. It was like 64-bit, but it was for PlayStation 2. So Sly is a really old game. Well, I wouldn't say really old, it's like 90s old. You know what I mean. And then the giant clump of weed tells me about Gohdma. Oh well. Alright, well, I guess this concludes this video because I don't want to end it abruptly again. Coup de grace. So, I'll see you guys later from here on out. Peace.